lovely morning in the Commonwealth. At least I hope it is. I may have just heard some gunshots off in the distance a moment ago. Hopefully it's a lovely morning for everyone. This will likely be a short installment and may serve two purposes. I do have another settlement set up for us, ready for cleaning. However, it is very small, and the second purpose of this stream is to test some new hardware. So since this is a less consequential settlement, though I will say that in a whisper, because the people who live here are just beyond those trees, since this is less consequential than some, I will try to test some things here on my end. So if you hear anything strange, don't worry, you're not losing your mind. Just figuring things out here. So what you may have missed before we returned was that we spoke to the lady who lived here, and I believe her brother or companion had been kidnapped and was being held in a building down in the urban sprawl near Boston proper. And we have since rescued him. I believe he's still on his way back up the hill here. We beat him by a moment, and so she should be reunited shortly, and I will let her know that the mission is accomplished here, just as soon as she's done planting crops.
I don't know how to thank you for that rescue you pulled off.
I was glad to help.
Not many would have. We don't have much to offer by way of thanks, but feel free to use our workshop. Least we can do.
Well, I appreciate that. Okay. So, her friend returned. We now have access to the workshop, which I believe is up here behind this shack. Yes, here we go. Alright, so we have access to workshop mode, and I am being attacked by rad roaches. One moment. Let's take care of those. There we go.
Still in one piece.
Thanks for the help, dog meat. No, literally. I'm sure you distracted them while I was being attacked. Okay, give me one moment. Testing something on my end here. Okay, let's try that. Here we go. Back into workshop mode. And as I said, this is not a very large settlement area, but we should still find some goodies to remove. With persistence and careful angling. There we go. Couple of good bits of trash. As well as the traditional brush fire hazards. Can't have that. Seems everywhere I turn. So let's clean up this little shack momentarily here. Ooh, you ever have one of those times where you just can't reach the toilet? This is one of those times. These look somewhat necessary to the continued standing of this shack, but hey, it's my rules of physics now. Gotta get rid of those vines. Good, they already have a nice nice water pump there. So they will be well hydrated, I hope. Been storing up cinder blocks in their cheeks for the winter, it seems. Hate to run out. And yet they used none of them to reinforce or insulate their structure. Strange choice. Looks like the structure is fairly permanent. Not able to move much there. But I will scrap these cans and bottles. Just a few good bits out here, some fallen logs. That looks better. This is like the opposite of watching Bob Ross. He's trying to add happy little bushes to the scenery. I'm doing the opposite. Like a jerk. These are sad little bushes. And that'll just be our little secret. Okay, not sure about this large dirt mound, if I may use such colorful language. Let's try getting rid of it. Oh, that looks great. Good choice was had by all. Not sure again about that. I think we'll leave it for a little bit of definition. That would be nice. Just a touch of definition. Nothing more. That is a very large hill of leaves, and yet they're not going to give me the satisfaction. I can't get no. What a shame. We're moving on in life. Never mind it. Goodness, people are banging around outside today. It's one of those angry Sundays you've heard about, I'm sure. I'll get rid of some of that. Okay, this should just about do it for the outer fringes here. I would think. Let's try this one, though. I missed it. Gotta get that angle. Oh, I had it. I had it right off the bat. There we go. I'm just pointing my nose too high, it seems. Like a haughty pilot coming in for landing. Not like a super attractive, haughty pilot, but you get it. You get it, I'm sure. Alright, little tricycle. Scrap that. Little Timmy will have to walk to school. I apologize. Some of this stone wall is nice, a little effect of civilization. I'll leave that for now. But gotta get rid of all those roots and tripping hazards. And this bucket. Get out of here, bucket. I'm sorry. Now I kind of regret getting rid of the bucket so rudely. It's too late, though. I'm moving on in life. Without the bucket. So, should we leave this rusty, terrifying-looking grill? No, let's not. They've got a cooking station right there. That'll be fine. So that is really just about it. That is the major trash and debris, etc., etc. Perhaps a few more fire hazards over here. But that's going to be relatively short, I would think, compared to most settlement overhauls. Cleaning the place up. So let's take our time and look at this structure here. It appears we can scrap it entirely, which will leave us with this ramp. Let's see what we might be able to do here. I believe there is a concrete foundation piece that I will try to snuggle in. Maybe right about there. No, not quite close enough. Let's get an angle on this that's more appropriate. There we are. Gently. Okay. That should allow us entrance. Let's fill out the structure a bit. Find where it snaps, which is sometimes in a strangely unlikely area. Okay, let's do those. Maybe that'll be enough for now. We won't go too crazy. And then, of course, we have to do our alignment. Can't have a Bob Ross type video without the alignment. Which is lawful good. There you go. Mystery solved. Okay. We have a nice red line running down the middle. Let's see if we have any door pieces. That's not the nicest looking door piece around. No offense. Good sir door piece. Looks like that's about it for the wood structures, so let's check another category, briefly. What would this... that doesn't snap onto wood pieces. Well, I'm getting exactly what I asked for, by not thinking ahead. Okay, so we'll go for the dilapidated piece. We'll fill it in later with some nice posters, and perhaps some plaster of Paris. There we go. These should snap, I'm hoping. Or perhaps the problem is I've now put it too close. Maybe that's my issue. Yes, I believe it is. Okay. Well, pretend you didn't see any of that. 1 second. We're going to move this just far enough back that it allows for that nice door piece. Let's try just a smidge. There. That's all it takes sometimes. Right on in. Okay. Now we fill it back up, and then we align it once more. Smarter man would have done this in a better sequence, but you're stuck with me. Come on. You know you want to snap. There we go. Alright, give this a quick switch. Okay, now we just need walls for the rest of it. Let's just jump back to a nice plain wood. This will be a good excuse, since it's such a small settlement, to finally show off the construction element a bit more thoroughly. We've been having far too much fun with just the trash removal. But there's so many more things to Fallout. Let's try something crazy. We'll get rid of the floor there and replace it with, I think it's in this category, a stairwell. Let's go ahead and make this a 2-story while we're at it. There's a midsection, both a floor and a roof. Give me just one moment. Okay, so sorry. So adding in both a roof to this level and a floor to the above level. As I adjust my microphone once more, pardon me. This new headset I'm using appears to be broadcasting in better quality, but it is a little bit harder to manage. So I'm having to keep a close eye or a close ear on where the sound is. My apologies as I figure it out. So up here on the second level, let's try something a little different. We've got these little balcony pieces here. Let's find one that's sort of a window. This perhaps. And we will kind of make an overhang. Looks like I've got some aligning to do of these floor pieces too. In there. Come on. There we go. And then we can fill it in with a corner. Let's see if we have a wooden corner somewhere down the list. There. Corner pieces all around. Lovely. Okay, let's fix these up. That one is stuck, so we'll have to put the rest around it, and I guess we're just not going to be able to worry about the orientation of those planks. We'll just try to forget about it. Won't that be nice? These are a little bit harder to maneuver. There we go. Some of them allow you to spin them in place, and some of them seem to insist you yank them out first. It's all very personal. Up to personal choice. These are some of those yankers, shall we say. Come on, spin. And there we go. Down. I command you. Okay, somewhat aligned. We'll forget about the planks around the outside. That will be nice. Now we just need to put in a official roof. Since the rest of this is already sheet metal, we might as well continue that theme, I suppose. But we do want the one that is flat. And then let's have it go this way, long ways across. In terms of orientation, anyone asks you what your orientation is, long ways. Don't even worry about it. Okay, so now we have a nice proper roof. Let's go out and gaze upon what we have done. Not bad for 10 minutes' work. So they have water, they have some food, they have some beds. Let's see if we can fix up that defense stat of theirs. Make ourselves a little roof access. And since this is such a nice area, it'd be a shame to waste it. Let's throw a generator up here. The connection is there, towards the back. I always forget. Let me bring this a little closer to me. There we go. So, at the back, let's just have it go this way a little. The slightest diagonal, just to give it that funky aesthetic. That will give us a bit of power, and then we will need some connectors. Let's try something like this. Let's see, 1, 2... Yeah, that should be fine. Alright, we'll run wires to those. There we go, coming along. So now the breezes up on this hilltop will be generating some nice power for us. Let's see if we can take it one step further, just because I think it will look interesting. It's really the only reason I do anything. I wish I could get that a little lower down, but okay. We'll have some floaty connectors. That'll be fine. There we go. Just give it the tiniest extension downwards there. There. Okay, now let's see what we've got in terms of lights. Maybe a nice little string of light bulbs. I believe there's something. Yes, here we go. Let's put one right above the door. Gently. Alright. And on either side we'll have another nice string of lights there. As long as you have a power line running and a connector within a certain radius of the lights you actually place, they will light up automatically, provided you have enough power, which is very handy. So now we have a few lights on the outside. Let's switch to that single bulb and place a few on the inside as well. Something nice for the taller visitors to hit their heads upon. Don't want to leave anyone out. And since I think this is now a nicer structure than what they began with, I'm going to throw some beds in here for them, so that they have the option to camp out wherever they may please. Let's try right there. And over here. There we go. Now if they don't want to sleep out there in the windy shack, they have the opportunity not to. So before I forget, let me throw a defense turret up top. It will guard their newly revitalized power system and their farm from any harm. Farm harm that may befall it. So there we go. They have some defense, they have some beds. Their happiness is high and declining. I'm sure that can be excused. So let's throw a door in. That's the one thing I forgot. What's a doorway with no door? A Ballroom with no balls. Must be in there. I'm just not... Yeah, I was just impatient. And I like this default red door. It's got a little something special about it. Okay. Get rid of that for now. So they have a nice little structure. See if there's anything cheery we can put up top for them before we sign off for the day. This is awfully grassy in here. Not sure if there's anything we can do about that. They're just going to have to enjoy it. Enjoy the verdancy. That's what you get for building your house out of recycled materials that a weird hobo came along and gave you. So I can't think of anything particular that would fit up here. It's sort of just a generic living area. That being said, let's throw in some generic living area things. Some miscellaneous decorations, for example. Oh yes, there we go. This'll catch some nice southern exposure. Right about here. I'll just put it fully in the corner. That'll make it easy. Oh yes, that's lovely. I'll get enough sun. And to complement it, a dainty couch. There, yes. Oh, this is nice. Regal. I think we're going to go with this one, though. It's got the right size, in my opinion. Room for friends, we'll call it. Okay, so there's some generic living area stuff. We won't leave them empty-handed. I guess I have been kind of sparse with my new toilet placement. I should probably be paying better attention to that. But this isn't the time. Oh yeah, a little ottoman. Perfect. There we go. That's in much better shape than the couch, but oh well. We'll put our feet on it and that will change. Okay, guys. Enjoy your settlement. Sorry you didn't have more trash for me to clean up, but I appreciate the items you did have for me. Let's see if we can... Oh, pardon my tongue click there. Jeez. Let's see if we can see... I believe the next outpost we should probably hit is just across the highway there. It's called Outpost Zumonja or something like that. I believe that is the next one we will hit up when I have a chance to do this again. Until that time, I hope you've had fun. I hope you enjoy our small windmill structure, and I will see you next time. Thank you for your kind attention.